Hello.
Hey, Patty.
Yes.
It's Dave Martino.
Hi, how are ya?
Good. We're just telling our crew out here to keep it down, so hang on.
Oh dear, I'm on speakerphone.
You are.
Oh my. So who else here?
No one.
Gavin and Dave.
Well, hello.
How are you?
I'm good.
So thank you for taking your time out of your day here. Congratulations on that Phillies win last night.
Yeah, how about that?
Huh?
How about that? We're going to do it 2 times in a row.
Hey, I watched that game right to the last out last night.
Did you?
I was psyched.
Yeah.
So did I.
Yeah.
So listen, here's the thing. We are calling all of our friends and family members here to get an idea of some of the things that you guys are dealing with down at Meadowood and both the positive, the negative, and get an idea of what 2009 looked like as a recap year, so to speak. And recap of the year, I should say. And maybe a little view of what you're thinking about for 2010, moving forward.
Okay.
So why don't you, we know you've been in the business for how long now? 20 years?
20, going on 22 years.
Since you were 12.
Pardon me?
Since you were 12, Gavin said.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah,
And
right.
so over 22 years, you were with Axe and who else? Spectrum and anywhere else in there?
The Asbury Group.
That's right. So long story short, you've seen a lot, and this current relationship you have with Meadowood, why don't you give us an idea of what's cooking down there?
Okay. Well, it started out as a really, really tough year because last October, we all know that the stock market kind of crashed on us and the economy got very shaky and the housing market changed. And really what was happening to everybody across the country is we were hearing the worst case scenarios. We were hearing on the media about Florida and California and areas that had been severely impacted by the housing market. And not that ours wasn't affected, but certainly not to the extent that some of those markets were affected. But it just literally paralyzed all of our prospects from the fear of, are we going to be able to afford to do anything? Are we going to have to stay in our homes and that sort of thing? And so what we started doing early in the year is having some educational type seminars and having some financial people come in and talk to them so that they knew if you put your home on the market, people certainly have to qualify for the mortgages, but you can still find a buyer who can get a mortgage. And we had realtors come in and talk about the real estate of real estate and that type of thing. And I think what we started to see probably about 2 to 3 months ago is that people have started to relax a little bit. They, certainly the market has come back to some extent, but people are able to see that, it's not the same as it was a year ago, but guess what? We survived. We're okay, and we're making it, and we still can move forward with plans for our future.
So there's a sense of relief in some ways, right?
There is.
The sky hasn't fallen completely as it was predicted.
Yeah.
We talked to someone earlier who said that people are adjusting to what we're considering the new normal.
That's exactly what they're doing. They're realizing that, it probably is not going to go back to what it was, but they're still okay. They're managing, and they can move forward with the plans. And honestly, we've been talking to people about the security of, regardless of what happens in the future, right now things are okay. It is the time to be making decisions, because if you can afford to, and they can, to make this change, they're going to have so much more security here than they are in their own homes if the economy goes through some shaky times in the future. With life care, having a handle on what those expenses are going to be and how they're going to pay for them. And the other thing is helping people understand the significant tax benefit to a life care contract.
Right. So it is it's time to make those plans that you've been stalling on.
Absolutely. And yes, it's taking a little bit longer perhaps to sell homes, but if they're priced right and they have a realtor who's marketing it properly and giving them good exposure, it is still going to sell, but maybe not in a week, but maybe 4 months or something. So the other thing that we've been doing is trying to help people understand that, honestly, we have various programs at Meadowood as far as entrance fee deferments and things of that nature, but some of them come with an interest fee that they would pay. Some do not, but then they have to increase their interest payment. But really, we're trying to help people understand that if they have the ability to take out an equity loan and pay it off early, we're giving them a discount for paying it off early, and the interest on their equity loan is going to be a tax deduction too.
Wow.
So, you kind of get creative.
I was just going to say,
absolutely.
that's the moral of this story, is it's time to get creative.
Absolutely, creative and flexible. And we have implemented a lot of things. Now, this year, as a result, partially, of what happened to the economy, we took a hard look at our product. It's not the same product that it was prior to 2009. We're making some improvements. A lot of people are out there kind of throwing money at people to try to get them to move in, and we decided that we needed to put that money into our product so that we were kind of head and shoulders above what the competition is turning over. People can really see the value for the investment that they make, and those improvements will be with us if they move to the health center in a year or two, that kind of thing. So it's a good investment for us. They're seeing the value in it, and it's helping us really rise above the competition as far as the product that we're delivering. So we have improved our product, but we also restructured our pricing because we found that the monthly fee concerns people more than the entrance fee in many cases, because they know they're going to live with that monthly fee for the rest of their lives.
Yep.
And, of course, it adjusts annually. So we actually were able to restructure our pricing so that we increased our entrance fees a little bit, still maintaining a marketable level, but it allowed us to reduce our monthly fees a little bit, and that's been very well received by the market as well.
That's good, yeah.